If we graded Trump's second term first 100 days, he'd get a big F. Let's break down why in 5 parts: civil rights, economy, education, war, and foreign relations.
The 14th Amendment, though, says that, quote, all persons born in the United States are citizens. Can you get around the 14th Amendment with an executive action?
We're going to have to get a change. We'll maybe have to go back to the people, but we have to end it. We're the only country that has it.
Through an executive action?
We're the only country that has it. Do you know, if somebody sets a foot, just a foot, 1 foot, you don't need 2 on our land.
Federal judge temporarily blocks President Trump's executive order ending birthright citizenship, calling it, quote, blatantly unconstitutional.
State's website, the possibility to update your gender marker on passports has already come down. This will put trans people at risk of violence.
The administration has done so much damage and so much destruction. You can see the effects. For example, thousands of people use the Social Security website every single day to check on their benefits and submit their claims. But now, the technology division of the Social Security Administration has been cut in half. And so the website's crashing. People can't sign on to their accounts.
Markets falling, tumbling.
Stocks plunging. Down, down, down. The Nasdaq's getting crushed. Small caps are getting crushed.
This is a shock to the system.
It is ugly out there. Worse than worst case scenario.
Well, at first I too thought that Trump putting tariffs on this uninhabited island was a sign that he had suffered brain damage. But after spending a week here in negative 11 degrees, and I totally see where he's coming from. But have they ever bought any fish from us? My grandfather was a fish stickerman, and these penguins are the reason he lost his job.
Leaders from more than 180 universities and colleges are joining forces to stand up against the Trump administration. They've signed a letter denouncing the government for tampering with higher education policies. They accuse the administration of unprecedented overreach. The government has threatened to withhold billions of federal funds.
Trump and his billionaire friends are trying to take away our public schools so that they can continue to line their own profits. I'm terrified, and I think it just goes to show that Trump is serious about hurting working people and young people for his own power and profit.
If for some reason one of the two parties makes it very difficult, we're just going to say you're foolish, you're fools, you're horrible people, and we're going to just take a pass. But hopefully we won't have to do that.
Narrated that Gaza scene, apparently a vision of Donald Trump's plans to transform the Gaza Strip into the Riviera of the Middle East. It depicts Elon Musk tucking into delicacies, Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu on a beach with a sort of Dubai-like backdrop. It obviously, at the time, caused huge offence.
Foreign Affairs Minister Melanie Joly says the relationship between the United States and Canada will never be the same again.
The people on Earth that will be able to really have President Trump change course are the Americans themselves. In order to influence the U.S. administration, we're willing to partner with the Europeans.
The chief executives of Walmart and Target have privately warned President Trump of empty shelves in the coming weeks if he continues with his tariff policies. This is a serious hit to the world economy and something that will be seen visibly.
The Supreme Court temporarily blocking the deportation of Venezuelan migrants being held in Texas under the Alien Enemies Act. The ruling directs the Trump administration to pause until further order of this court deportations under a centuries-old wartime law which provides little to no due process.